Hi Scorpios, and welcome to your December 2022 General Tarot Forecast. This is Sky coming on to talk to you about your month ahead. Scorpio, last this month, but I'm really looking forward to diving into these energies for you. We have a very much needed conclusion happening in December. This is a long time coming. You have a lot coming up to make decisions on, coming towards the calendar new year. Let's talk all about that. I'll be doing some intuitive messages followed by a week-to-week tarot forecast and an extended reading on Patreon, which will be linked below. Okay, Scorpios, it's like business as usual to an extent for you until it's not near the end of December. You have a lot of things to make up for here. I do feel a pretty big compensation grid. I feel like you are coming out of it, though. I feel like there is karma in December of 2022 to whichever leaning that you can think that you might be facing. There is a major wake-up call, as even though the judgment is not here in the reading, that's what I'm seeing psychically. So we'll see if maybe that's coming up in your extended. I'm not sure. But you have a lot of light you have to shed onto a lot of aspects of you this month. I think self-discovery is the highest priority here, even above any type of other material victory that you're seeking or material objective that's in front of you. Objective is a big word coming up here as well. I feel like you are facing the culmination of an objective. I feel with the Hanged Man, especially in the High Priestess coming together, you have like a very tasty kind of like, I did it, or I've finally at long last done something that I've been waiting so long to come through on. So congratulations for those of you who are achieving that. It feels like a very kind of essential and motivated, psychologically complex and rewarding thing that you're coming through if you're doing well as a Scorpio here in December. If you're having a major sense of chaos, which is very likely here, as we have the South Node trine, the minor asteroid of Nessus. I talked about this in the December comprehensive astrology video, which I'll link below as well. How can I explain it? It's almost like your wingspan is so big here, or the numerous different things that you're trying to manage all at the same time feels very chaotic, but I think that with that degree of multiplicity and that degree of, difference and I suppose complexity, there's a lot of opportunity in a lot of different places. So I like that, but it's also kind of hard to bring it all together. And I think that that's going to be a bigger question that you're facing in 2023 is like, how do I bring this stuff together? What is the thread uniting or unifying all of these different possibilities or opportunities? And I think that as it relates to December, because I'm not wanting to look too much into 2023, as I will be doing a 2023 year ahead forecast for your sign, make sure that you've hit the subscribe button and turn the bell notifications on to get notified when those go out. You are hopefully, I think Scorpios that are doing the best here can see about 3 or 4 different places where they have major conclusions, and also knowing that things will never really be the same and that you'll never really maybe participate in this level of chaos ever again, or it won't be in this way. So let's really pinpoint this intuitive message down to a more concise idea. The degree to which you are seeking new horizons compared to the degree to which you're enforcing a certain fixed, predictable, and past-oriented structure to work for everything can't really go on here. There's a bit of an ultimatum I think that the universe may levy on you by the end of the month, or even in the next general coming time, where it wants to understand like how there can be this coexistence of like, I want something so new, I want something so different, yet at the same time, I don't want to say goodbye to anything, I don't want to leave anything behind. There's kind of a like having the cake and eating it too feeling that you would already see as very chaotic now, and I'm not saying that you need to choose one or the other, but there is a bit of a crossroads energy coming up here, and there's also a beauty, I think, in compromise and a beauty in reducing certain things so that other things can flourish more. So alchemy, right? That's a big key word for your sign in the year of 2023, alchemy, and understanding times in your life where you've been better, times in your life where you've like not been so well, and what you can take from both of them to sort of converge or create a wonderful new balance of alchemy for you. And what December is going to give you, especially in those first 2 weeks, is a lot of examples of why things didn't work out. And also, it's either that or it's like the very last hurdle of the marathon for some of you as well. It depends on the Scorpios. We have quite a separation in the overall collective Scorpio energy. So it's hard to really give one collective message. Like I can see there are some Scorpios who are like getting so wise, so strong, and have really reclaimed themselves here. And then there's also another group of Scorpios who have so much that they're unwilling to concede or unwilling to give up that has no meaning. So meaningless things that they're unwilling to walk away from, becoming like a dominating aspect of their life that really keeps them from where they need to be. You have to really see that if that's happening here too, and be willing to understand, perhaps in more silence or in a less distracted place. Many Scorpios need way more meditation, way more calibration of the nervous system, and way more time to just exist with nature in order to understand what your next path is. I feel that like constantly going to the headphones, constantly going to like the news station, anything that you're doing in like your free time that you have like a compulsion to do is a major deterrent to your evolution here. So try to prioritize more time to just exist so that you can actually understand how the universe wants you to move forward. And with that, you're going to truly get into that incredible phase that you're in at the end of the month, which is, you know, if you're doing well, which is a kind of like private or even like silent feeling of incredible capacity and incredible new options on the forefront, and the ability to really move things in the way that you want. But let's talk about your week to week, Scorpio. Okay, week number 1, you have the 5 of Wands reversed, rooted down by the 3 of Swords reversed. Chaos, okay, it's okay. It's a part of having the South Node in your sign. There has to be some kind of like awful chaos in things that aren't right for us, okay? Otherwise, we don't know that they're not right. So take this time as a wonderful kind of lens into what isn't working right, into what you don't need anymore. The universe will really show you what you don't need anymore. And also anything that's damaged in your life, anything that is a constant source of conflict, like a previous coping mechanism with the 3 of Swords reversed that have turned into conflict now. For example, like people sometimes get like addictions or they get bad habits when they go through heartbreak. And then eventually the universe has to show them that that's not good, okay? Like maybe it works for like a very small period of time, like after the trauma. But then once that initial healing has happened, you can't maintain the coping mechanism. Otherwise, it takes a life of its own and it starts absorbing your other opportunities. So that's something that will be seen if it's happening in the first week of December. In the second week, you have the Hermit rooted down by the 6 of Cups. You're already on a better path. You're already kind of reclaiming yourself in a very powerful way. Huge level up in wisdom, huge level up perhaps even in like material status for some of you, or even like a sort of sage-like energy coming in there with the Hermit and the 6 of Cups. More charity, more giving perhaps. You're really having to give a lot. You're having to output a lot. You're having to say a lot. And I would also think about like, can things be less said? Can there be more rest of the voice? Can there be more rest of the energy as well? I'm feeling like throat chakra, yes, because this is channeling through there. So pay attention to having to like constantly eat or constantly say or constantly use that throat energy, because I feel that it could be like distracting you and keeping you kind of like sort of energetically twitching, okay? And energetically caught or snagged on something that is preventing the forward momentum that you need. So try to observe more with the Hermit And also give back if you can with the Six of Cups. Help somebody else. It's okay if you're feeling compromised about like other people wanting help from you. I do think that that's a bigger thing that the universe is asking Scorpio to work with, is like helping others or giving to others in their time of need, and not having to like also be so obsessed with your own narratives. By understanding the narratives of others, you will transcend that problem. Week number 3, the Hanged Man reversed, you're done by the High Priestess. Okay, very wise. Again, the Hermit, the Hanged Man, the High Priestess. It's a very wise time for Scorpios, and I will really emphasize for you that that's going to require some amount of, I don't know, what's the right word? Is it like abstinence? Is it like holding back? Is it not falling into the same traps, not falling into the same anger constructs, not falling into the same sort of reactionary momentums that keep you away from any type of area of personal power? There's a regrowth of your personal power, a reclaiming of yourself happening in the 3rd week, and this is sacred, okay? So I want you all to make space that whatever you're, for the fact that whatever you're going through here, especially in week 2, 3, and kind of 4 of December, is a very sacred karmic thing. And it's totally demonstrative of your long-running energy contributions. So let's understand the two very stark sides of this. On one side, you have damage to what has been used or what has been relied on in an unrealistic way. So there's a feeling of collateral damage and a feeling also of what we've over-relied on, what's been a crutch, what's been placed too much pressure on, not maybe being as strong as it was, but there's still room for healing. There's still room for totally recovering that. And on the other stark side, we have rewards, okay, from the universe. So this can be like inheritances, or even any type of promotion or graduation, yes, because that's a bigger collective thing happening for a lot of people. We have a threshold and a walking through to a different type of standing for most people, most of all the signs right now. And with you having 2 major arcana cards, that seems to be very clear for you. I do feel that there's a saturation though, and I mean all the gray in this reading, I don't really like it. Because in 2023, we're needing a much more zesty, vibrant feeling. So we're looking for more yellow and more oranges in 2023. So you might have like really overdone it, or you might be a little bit burned out. And the 3rd week is going to recover and repair that by giving you what you've been pushing for so hard. But you want to try to get out of the head after that time. I think that things are too much in the head. The Hermit and the Hanged Man and the High Priestess are very mental, very spiritual, very ethereal as well. So there's not a lot of physical stamina here. It's all like so trapped in the head, and you're going to have to maybe think about what it means to have been so in the mind for so long here, and what that will mean for the equal and opposite reaction oncoming, like how much in the body things are going to be, and how much you have to really like step onto the path instead of getting stuck at like the planning table or getting stuck at the table, okay? But I do feel that there's also a lot of opportunity for incredible strategy, incredible planning, incredible aha moments, incredible feats as well, even somewhat physical, but it seems more to be in like the mental, philosophical territory. So congratulations for those of you who are accomplishing there. There's some kind of accomplishment, but also understand the ways that accomplishment were not as balanced or as alchemical as you would have liked, so that you can start to rebalance things in the best, most alchemical way for you going forward, because you're going to have that knowledge and you're going to have that understanding. And then there will also just be some Scorpios who are super like together to the extent where they just have a really wholesome, total sense of well-being that can start to come in there as well. Week 4, Knight of Cups, you're down by the 2 of Wands. Only you can understand how you move forward from here. Don't worry about getting a bunch of opinions from a bunch of different people. It's all reliant on you choosing it and you choosing to step in to the next wave for you, rather than you trying to like think about it and plan around it and get other people's opinions and have other people control you. Knight of Cups has been coming up a lot this month, so there's something that's private or something that is an internal dialogue as opposed to an external dialogue. And for you, Scorpio, that's dealing with the Two of Wands energy, which is the new horizon or the next step or the way in which you place yourself or express yourself in the world. So that's going to be something that only you can answer, and you're going to have to go to bat for that choice. Okay, let's talk more about that in your extended Scorpios. I'm going to link that below. We'll get a central theme, two supporting themes, and talk more about facilitating or cultivating a more fruitful inner environment to facilitate these important dialogues that you're going to be starting with yourself in the coming time. Anyway, that will be linked below, and let's do this extended. Have a great month, Scorpios. Bye.